I am firmly in the camp of lash extensions are too expensive, especially if you, like me, have issues with dry eyes, and so you have to use a lot of eye drops, which can cause the adhesive on eyelash extensions to break down over time. That being said, I do feel like there are some really good options out there for some eyelashes that last a few days. So for those of you that don't know, there are eyelashes with like a very, very fine band that are used to be able to glue onto the underside of your eyelashes and to last for like 3 to 5 days typically. I love these because then if I have any eye irritation, it hasn't cost me $100 to get them on, only to just take them off again. The first option is the most, I feel like, readily available option. It is also my least favorite because I feel like the quality isn't as good. So ignoring the fact that this package is a mess, we have the Kiss Falscara lashes. I don't know if you can see, this is part of the reason I actually don't like them. But if you can see, it has little tiny bits of eyelashes all in there. It's because when you actually pull it off of the strip adhesive that's like sticking it to this packaging, it will pull off little eyelashes, which to me points to like not great quality. These are fine in a pinch, but I feel like the quality of the lashes aren't as good as some of the other ones. Yeah, that's about all I can say. I do think that it's kind of nice that you can mix and match some of the smaller ones with some of the larger ones, but again, to me it's not worth where, okay, maybe you can see this, but I said some of the lashes fall off. Here, let me just take this off. I said some of the lashes fall off. I don't know if you can see this, but this band isn't even really usable because unless I cut it, because the lashes start here, which is the middle of that eyelash strip, which is kind of a pain. All right, this next brand is a little bit expensive, which is probably why they're not my top. So they are these lilac straight lashes. I'm gonna take them out of this so you can see them better. I love the styles of these. They come in so many styles. So you can like choose the length of them and the actual like style. The style that I have here is feather, but these are amazing lashes. Let me just, so that you don't have the reflect on it as much. But check out those lashes. They are actually, I mean, they've got an invisible band, so you can't really see it as well, but they are actually broken up into sections. So like this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section. These are beautiful. These lilac street ones are a little bit more expensive. They're about like $12 to $14, I believe. But there are so many options with these. And they're honestly my favorite lashes. But the fact that they're a little bit more spendy to me puts me in the same place with them. So these ones I do buy, but these ones are a little bit more of a splurge. The other thing with these is, and if you've ever tried the lilac street lashes, you may have also tried the glue. And with the Falscara, I never actually ended up trying the glue. With this one, I did end up trying the glue. This is a 2-part glue, essentially. So you'll put on the actual glue. And it's, I mean, oop, I'm getting a little goopy. But it's just like a brush wand. So you'll apply it, apply them to your lashes, and you're good to go. And then, if you don't put this lilac street, it's like almost like a clear mascara over the top of it, it's very sticky. Well, the problem with this is no matter how many times I tried to put this clear mascara over this glue, I still had sticky lashes. It was one of those moments where if you've ever had like a cold or something and everything's congested, sorry, this is gonna be a lot of information, but if everything's congested and your eyes are sticking together, it was that feeling every single morning that I wore this. To me, this glue is garbage, which is why I've only used a little bit of it. And I still have it because the glue just worked so badly and was so sticky no matter how many times I tried to put on the clear mascara. If you have any ideas of how I was messing that up, I'm happy to hear them. I would love to like know, but I actually tried to use this 2 times, I want to say, and I was like, I cannot do this anymore, and I stopped. So the eyelashes themselves are beautiful, beautiful lashes. The glue, not so much. I haven't actually tried the Falscara glue, so maybe I need to try it, but the lilac glue, not great. This third option for these like 3 week, not 3 weeks, The third option for these 3-day eyelashes are flutterhabit. And again, these are of the types that I've tried, but flutterhabit is this small brand and they give you a book of eyelashes. Now, one thing to note, these ones are my favorite, mostly because of price, and I really do love their glue, but they do not have nearly as many options as the Lilac Street lashes. Their options are rather limited. However, it's like $35, I believe, for a book of 6. So I don't know if you can see this, but I always like trim mine down, and so I have little eyelashes because sometimes I do makeup looks with random things like eyelashes. So I have saved them. Ignore that fact, but they have so many different types. So this one's the Flirt. That's the style. That's what it's called. But I also have the Sweetheart. There's also the Happy Medium. And this one, they're cut up too because I've used these ones quite a lot. But I have one more in the bottom there. But the Happy Medium, I mean, these are just 3 of the types that they have, and they're so cheap. Part of the reason that I really, really love these lashes because they're cheap and their glue is amazing. Their glue just comes in this little tube. I mean, it just looks like an eyelash glue tube, but it's easy to use. It doesn't stay sticky. I just had very little problems with it, and the glue is actually pretty cheap too. So, I mean, when I run out, I can easily replace the tube. So I really, really like this stuff. Now, I understand there are a lot of different brands that do this. I know of, I have a friend that uses Wink Click. There's one that's, oh, I'm trying to remember. It's a very expensive brand, but they do it too. These are just my favorites and what I get. If I'm in a pinch, I'll buy the Falscara ones. But other than that, I do try to order mine because I like the quality so much better. So if you've never used these type of lashes, it's really easy. I typically will get out my glue and I'll normally dispense it on the back of like a piece of paper or something like that. So I'll like take a sticky note and put some on the back of that. I also have done it. That's why I was saying my packaging was so gross on this, because I've even done it, like put a little bit of glue on this Falscara packaging because I just use what's there. But I'll put a little bit of glue on the back of it. I actually think it makes it easier to get a nice like even coat of the glue on there, is putting it on the back. You can just squeeze it out, but sometimes I feel like I end up getting globs, which makes it a little bit difficult to apply. Whenever I apply those lashes too, I also like this like long set of tweezers because I do think it helps to like place them. You can use your fingers. I just find that if I don't use something like this, it's a lot easier. I don't know if you can see this too, but I also have like glue on the back because sometimes after I've applied it, if it's not like quite in the right place, I'll use the back of it to like really press it in there so that it's exactly where I want it to be. So the pliers, I think, come really in handy when you're using these systems. I'm thinking I'm going to use up the rest of my Falscara lashes because that way I can just get rid of this packaging because I don't have very much left. I'll probably do smalls on the outside and then the 2 mediums on the inside, I think, because then I can just place 3 lashes on each side. So let me show you how that's done. So I like to take my lash on here. Oh, that's not the glue I want. Picked up the wrong one. But I like to get my lash on here and then I'll like turn it upside down and kind of glide it across the glue so I get a really even application of glue on the band, and then I'll put it on. So I'm going to do that. I always get impatient when I'm applying the glue and I just want to put it on right away. However, if you don't wait, it's going to be 10 times harder to actually place these lashes. So you do want to wait until the glue is 50% dry, which will take a few minutes. Something to note, this is another reason why I really like flutterhabit, is they have black glue and clear glue. So whichever one you prefer, totally fine. Be careful that you actually have a grip on this because I've accidentally thrown my lash before, but I just like to wave it around in the air like I just don't care for a little bit until it's more dry. And look at that, I just flung it. So after I've gotten it to a place where it's mostly dry, I like to look in a mirror and place it. So I go underneath because I think that's the most natural. But do you see how it kind of just like stuck on there? And that's when I'll turn around and just press it into place, making sure that I've got it like nice and secure on there. Oh, and look at that. It wasn't quite dry enough, but I've got that side one on, which, I mean, you can see it is very natural looking. All right, next lash. This is just a medium-sized one. We'll dry it, and then I'll pop it on. I try not to blow on them because I think it's just a bad habit in general. I'm a hairdresser part-time, and I hate it when stylists will like blow on their clients' nails and things like that. I think it's weird and kind of gross. So I always just try to wave it in the air. But I mean, if it's on myself, I'm fine to blow on it a little bit. Now, with lash strips, you actually want to make sure that you're applying it to the skin. With these type of lashes, they are made to be glued on to the eyelashes. So I am applying them underneath, but I am applying them to my eyelashes and not into my lash line. Very important distinction. That's part of why the band is so skinny, is so that it's not weighing down those lashes. Oop. See, I told you, I always do this. I always try to apply them before the glue is ready. I'm gonna get this back on. It actually looks like the glue is ready now. Very, very, very important that you're applying it to the lashes and not to your skin, because if you apply it in your waterline, you are going to get some irritation. All right, so the outer corner and the middle one is on. But do you see how that's like really soft and subtle without it being crazy? And that even when I get close, it's very difficult to see the band. Part of the appeal. All right, so we're just gonna pop that middle one. I'm not gonna go all the way in because I just have really fine eyelashes towards the center, so I don't want those to like break off. I also find that applying lashes this way kind of pushes your eyelashes up because you can kind of glue them in that like up position so it looks like you have more than you do, which is kind of convenient, I think. I'm gonna put this last one on. Oh, look at that. Now, these ones aren't super, super dramatic, but honestly, I don't always want a super dramatic lash. And look, side to side. I think that's gorgeous. It really is. It really is gorgeous. I love these type of eyelashes. So I'm gonna put them on the other side and I'll be right back. All right, but seriously, look at this close up. You can't tell me that that is not beautiful and very natural looking still side by side. Like looking at it from the top down, it's very difficult to see the band. If you look at it from this side, you can still hardly see it, but it's a little bit easier to tell that there's something going on. All right, those lashes are on. What do you think? Honestly, I hate putting on strip lashes because to me, I'm like, it's so much work for so little reward. And yes, putting on these more individual lashes is a decent amount of work. I feel like the reward is there because I can keep them on for a few days. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I wake up way too early in the morning to be doing this type of thing in the morning. Because, I mean, yes, it only takes me 15 minutes, but I have to be at work at 6:30. So my out the door is pretty quick. So I just feel like something like this, where I can put them on and like the night before and look nice and do maybe like some blush and a couple other things before I roll out the door, is way more reasonable and feasible than trying to do a full-on glam look in the morning at 5:30. You know what I mean? If you know of any other brands that you really, really like and that are affordable lashes like this, I would love to hear about them, because like I said, these are my order of least favorite to most favorite. So it's the Falscara are my least favorite. The Lilac Street are my favorite lashes, but not as much my favorite price. The flutterhabit is my favorite glue, and my second favorite lash, but they all work decently well. I put out at least a video almost every single day sharing beauty tips and tricks as well as makeup hacks. Basically, if it's in the realm of beauty, I talk about it or play with it because that's just who I am. So please go ahead and like and subscribe. Bye!